Well, good afternoon. Thank you all for joining the session. My name is Dr. Nina Grant. I am the Assistant Dean of the Career Center, and I am so glad to have you with us today. It seems like we're going to be small in number, but that is okay. So please feel free to ask any questions that you have. I'm going to share my PowerPoint with you. I have a brief overview of the Career Center, but again, at any time, feel free to chat your question, or if you want to turn your mic back on and ask a question, please do so. So I will go ahead and share my screen now. All right, so again, we are so glad that you all are meeting with us today, and I get very excited when I talk about the Career Center. Just to give you a little bit of background information about me, I have been working in, I will say, career services or a related career services field for almost 13 years now. So I get very excited. I enjoy what I do, and I'm looking forward to meeting the both of you. So the Career Center is a department or a division of student life on campus. You may hear the terminology student affairs, pretty much means the same thing. We like to use the terminology student life. And of course, we're at Charleston Southern University. Again, I am the Assistant Dean and Director of the Career Center. In the department right now, there is one other full-time person, Shallon Mims. She is our Career Services Advisor. We are in the process of looking for an administrative assistant, hopefully by the summer or by the time you all hopefully start in the fall. We do have student employees that work for us. I also like to call them career ambassadors. These are individuals who are also very excited about the Career Center, and they promote the Career Center, but they work in our office as part of a work-study program. So right now we have two work-study students in our office, and that's Tamisha Clements and Amber Newland. We are looking to hire, so in the fall, we will be sending out information about different opportunities for students to work on campus, and one of those positions will be in the Career Center. I say, hello, we have someone else who's joining us. Thank you so much for joining us. Hi.
Hi.
Well, we're just beginning, so you haven't missed anything other than some brief introductions. So actually tell us who you are, and are you a parent or a prospective student?
I am a prospective student. I'm transferring in.
Oh, good. And your name?
I'm Rachel.
Hi, Rachel. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
What do you think you will be majoring in?
Education, to teach high school history or middle school history.
Oh, very good. Very good. Okay, then. Well, thank you, Rachel. So Nathan and Jada, if you all could also either chime in or type in the chat what you will be interested in majoring in. So we have nursing, education.
And Nathan is psychology.
And psychology. All right, very good. So we have a nice, well-rounded group right now. So very good, nursing, education, and psychology. So I want to tell you about some of the resources that we provide in the Career Center. And again, please feel free to ask questions. Well, Brittany, introduce yourself. I don't know if they know you. I'm sorry.
I have actually been in every session, so they've seen my face, but I don't know if I've actually done a formal introduction. I am Brittany Watkins. I'm one of the assistant directors for undergraduate admissions. So if y'all have very specific questions about admissions, that's what I'm here for. But I actually am a graduate of CSU with a degree in psychology. So Nathan, I'm a psychology alum. If you have any specific questions about that program, yes. Nina's an alum as well. She graduated with a grad degree, correct?
I came from my graduate degree in criminal justice. Yes.
Yep. So both alumni, both love CSU, but I've been on staff for about 4 years. It'll be 4 years in May, which I think is insane. I graduated in 2016 with my undergrad, and I'm a current grad student as well in organizational leadership. So thanks, Nina.
Oh, no problem. Thank you, Brittany, and thank you for saying that, because yes, we are both alumni and we love CSU. So some resources for the Career Center. You see the list there. I will not have a chance probably to go over each one of them, but please do ask questions. towards the end or during the middle of this. But one of the things that students ask us first and foremost is, do we do assessments? I think it's great that you all already have an idea of what you want to major in, but I got an email this morning from a student that wants to change her major, and she is inquiring about how does she go about and do that. So one of the things that we do is we offer career and personality assessments, and I'll come back to that later in the presentation. We offer career counseling. We want to make sure that we are talking to you about the future. What is Adulting 101 going to be like, right? Now you're going to be thrust when you graduate out into the real world, if you're not already there yet. And maybe you just want some counseling on how am I going to juggle or balance life after graduation and my career and everything else that goes into that. So we're here to help you. We also host career development workshops. We want to make sure that you are developing on a professional level. And some of that may even involve some personal tidbits and information along the way. We host career fairs and expos. Right now, we host 2 large ones during the academic year, one in the fall and one in the spring. And you also know that coming to Charleston Southern University, you have to have chapel credits, where our career fairs or expos count towards chapel credit. So hopefully that's good news for you. So that's the way you can get 2 chapel credits if you attend the one in the fall and the one in the spring. We also do cover letter and resume critiques. This is the main thing that we offer to our students in the Career Center. This is also probably one of those, if I had to say, first questions that students have. It's a toss-up between resume help and the assessments. They are running very neck and neck to each other. Resumes is probably winning right now because it's time for students to graduate. So they are sending us their resumes for us to critique. We will help you with developing your portfolio. Dressing for success. We want to make sure that you look the part for your interview. And we also do this in a fun way by having a career fashion show each year where students like yourselves get a chance to model different attire from the different department stores in the area. So you can't have the clothes, we do have to give it back, but it gives you a chance to maybe purchase them at a very low discounted price. Job search online. We have an online website. We call it the Buck Career Network, where you can search for jobs. And a lot of these jobs, the employers have sent to us, and they're only requesting that Charleston Southern University students and graduates apply for these jobs. There are a lot of jobs that are open up to everyone, but we try to also seek out those ones where our alumni or donors or individuals from the community are looking for CSU students. So I'm going to show you a picture later in the presentation of what that looks like, but keep in mind that this will actually be changing because we're going to a more new innovative platform. So I think you'll like it. Job search techniques. We want to make sure that you are utilizing all the resources that are available to you to look for jobs. And if you come in and you ask us a question, well, how do I go about looking for this job? Where do I begin? We want to make sure the resources are available to you and you know those techniques to search for jobs. It could be so I'll take Nathan, who's psychology, for an example. So he could say, well, I'm trying to decide what jobs I'm looking for in psychology, but I'm not sure of all the different terminology that I need to type in the search engine. This is what we mean by job search techniques, and we will help you with that. Interviewing skills, and we also do mock interviews. So if you want to come in, we encourage you to come in and practice with us before your interview. We want to make sure that you feel comfortable answering those questions as well as asking the employer questions. Internship advisement and placement. The internship coordinator does have an office inside the Career Center. She actually is part of academics. We have a new internship coordinator that will be starting very soon. So we'll have that information for you at a later date. We do on-campus recruitment events. So we want to make sure, again, that employers know where to find our Buccaneers. And the employers that are hiring, we want to make sure that you know where to find them. So on a nice day like today, this could be having the employers around the reflection pond, which is right outside the cafeteria and the chapel. And they will set up a table and do a mini recruitment event and invite you to apply for their positions, share with you some information about different jobs that they have going on at their place of employment. Off-campus work-study assistants. So I spoke earlier about students that we have working in our office who are on-campus work studies, but we also do something that's called off-campus work study. Off-campus work study is about the same as on campus, except for it's pretty much what it says there. You're going off the campus, someplace that's not too far from campus. So you do need reliable transportation. And before that, you need to make sure that you have been awarded financial aid. So those are two things to remember: reliable transportation and financial aid. Your financial aid award package covers your off-campus work study. So this works just like a part-time job. However, the more benefit to this is that we will let the employers know that there are certain times throughout the year that you may not be able to work. It could be spring break schedules, or maybe you're also doing an internship. So your off-campus work study assistants will help you to build your resume, to build your skill set, provide you more knowledge in the particular field. And a lot of places that our students are working at in off-campus work study are nonprofit agencies. And they're getting a chance to tutor students, read to them, do some administrative work, and they're really enjoying it. It's about 10 hours a week because, again, first and foremost, you are a student. So we want to be able to help you pay for books, pay for different things that you need to live on campus or to live off campus, to pay for your transportation. But we also want to make sure that you're focusing on academics. I'll pause right there because I know that was a lot of information. Are there any questions in the chat, Brittany? Well, while they're doing that, I will let you know that we do have a very small computer lab inside of our Career Center. So if you need a place to work quietly on your resume, you can stop into the Career Center and use our computer lab. Also, if you're looking for a place to do a interview, maybe it's FaceTime or Skype or a Zoom meeting like we're doing today. There are spaces inside the library, but if for some reason those spaces are full, please contact us in the Career Center and we can help you find a location. Normally, hopefully it's in our office, but if not in our office, we have space upstairs we can direct you to. But we do also have a volunteer admissions fair. We are very big on giving back to our community at Charleston Southern University, and we want to make sure that our students know of the different organizations in the community that they can give back to, whether it is a nonprofit educational organization or a church ministry or summer camp. We want to make sure you have that information, so we put on a volunteer fair. Also, as I mentioned to the students earlier, this counts towards chapel credit. So now you have 3 events that the Career Center hosts in which you can earn a chapel credit. And you do have to have chapel credits in order to graduate. So the next slide is kind of a recap, just to let you know why students come and meet with us in the Career Center. What are some of those career counseling meetings and what do we talk about? Again, resumes and cover letters seems to be the biggest ones. You can submit your resume to us online, or you can set up an appointment to come and meet with us to discuss your resume and cover letter. Job search assistance, we want to make sure that you know how and where to search for those job opportunities. Interview questions. Maybe you're just need to get some more practice. And this is where mock interviews come in at. But also, maybe you're not sure of what questions you can ask the employer. Come, schedule an appointment with us. We also have drop-in hours and we allow students to walk in, but we also encourage students when it comes to resumes and mock interviews, it may be best for you to set an appointment with us. We know that your time is valuable and we want to make sure that during those times that you're practicing your interview, you're focusing and you don't get interrupted. Internship questions. If you have questions about internship, of course, we will always direct you to your program advisor or department chair. However, definitely come and see us in the Career Center. We want to be a resource for you as well. Who is hiring? That seems to be a big question. So you want to know who is hiring? I'm going to show you in a little bit on the Buck Career Network, but we want to make sure that you log in. So when you come to CSU, you will already have access to the Buck Career Network account. It's accessible through your student ID and your email address. If you have any problems at all, definitely come meet with one of us in the Career Center and we'll make sure we get you connected. So you'll have an account and won't even know that you have an account probably until the first or second week of school. So I'm telling you now. Hint, hint. I've already talked about off-campus work study, career events. We also do information sessions, and now we're doing a lot more virtual information sessions. So within the next 3 weeks, we already have about 5 virtual information sessions scheduled. We will be scheduling some more. And what these are employers who will get on a Zoom webinar with you and talk about different jobs in various career fields. So for example, we have Scribe America. They're hiring right now. They're looking for scribes to work in hospitals and other healthcare facilities. They will be doing a virtual information session. Another question that's come up a lot from students who are currently on campus are internships. Are employers still hosting summer internships? Of course, we don't know the answer to that because of the coronavirus pandemic, but we have an employer that will be online, I believe it's April 8th, talking to students in finance and business who are interested in a summer internship with Northwestern Mutual. And we will do more of these as well. And I think it's great because it also lets us know what it's going to be like in the future. These are our first time doing virtual information sessions, and I want to keep them going. So I'm looking forward to a LinkedIn information session as well as some mock interview information sessions. So we do career assessments. I will come back to that. Students also come to us when they have questions about salaries. So we know sometimes they're hesitant to bring that up during the interview, and they want to know, when should we talk about salaries? When should we bring this up? Or how can we even search for salaries? Where do we begin? We want to make sure you feel as comfortable as possible. We know that that's something that, I'll be honest with you, sometimes I still don't feel comfortable talking about salaries in an interview. It just happens, right? So we all have to kind of practice, how do we ask that question in the best professional, respectful way possible. Graduate school questions and essays. Yes, we do have students make appointments for that. So if you are interested in going to graduate school after you finish your time at CSU, come and sit down with us, and we want to talk to you about some of those questions you may see on that graduate school application. We will help you or guide you on that essay. Nope, we can't write it for you, but we definitely will guide you in the right direction, okay? And last but certainly not least, we do what's called a graduate survey. When you graduate or are about to graduate from CSU, we will have what's called either graduate survey, or you may see it written as first destination survey. Right. We want to celebrate your success. We want to know where you are working or planning to go on to graduate school or military. So you will see this during your last semester at CSU. Any questions thus far? So I wanted to give you an idea of what the Buck Career Network looks like, but again, keep in mind that this layout will be changing a little bit. It's going to be hopefully a little more eye-catching, a little more user-friendly for you, but just to give you an idea of what it currently looks like now. So this is our Buck Career Network. You may think of it as LinkedIn a little bit, but also as a job board platform. So you'll notice at the top, it will always highlight some events that are going on campus through the Career Center. These will only be Career Center events. You can actually have your profile created as Hanley did here. So a nice professional picture of yourself, and it will let you know if you want to make the status public or not. So very similar to LinkedIn. It would also let you know your resume, and it will give you a percentage. So actually, this is an old one. Hanley's resume is probably now 100%. She's also an education major, and she will be graduating in May. So I'm sure her resume is at 100% now. But when she first created it, and again, this does not have to be visible to the employer. This is just so that myself, Shalyn Mims, who's a career services advisor, so that we can help you with your resume. So don't get so focused on the rating. It's just to let you know there may be something you're missing from your resume. So for Hanley, she had documents uploaded. She had her documents approved, but then there could have been something else that she was missing from that. So it doesn't mean there's anything bad that's going on. It's just letting you know where you stand with your resume and if it's ready to go to the employer. Then it also gives you an overall score. Again, the score is based off of how much you've had chance to update. So at this time when she did this and we used it for the presentation, again, she wasn't able to update everything. So for instance, the companies that she was interested in working at, she wasn't able to update those at that time. But if you look at her profile now, you'll see that all of these items have been updated. And to help you with finding companies to work at, you'll see here that because she's education, some of the information that she typed in popped up healthcare, which maybe you're thinking, oh, maybe that's odd, but maybe they had an education related position. And then even working at other schools also popped up on her profile. So it depends on which organizations are tied to us and where she will be able to work at. You'll notice on the left, you can search for jobs. Well, my left, you can search for jobs. You can also search for what says experiential, which are internships. You can connect with career experts, and you can also save different items and look at different videos as well. Any questions? So again, you don't have to build out your profile right away, but just make sure if you decide to go public with it, you do have enough information there that the employer can see. Specifically, resume and cover letter. All of the other stuff that you see below here that may make your score a little lower, that's okay. The employers do not have to know what other companies you are applying for. They do not have to know all the events that you attended. That's going to be left up to you. So assessments, we have Myers-Briggs. We also have PLACE, which is a Christian assessment that will help you identify and fulfill God's plan for your life using the gifts he has given you to serve his purposes. So we want to make sure that you have a variety of assessments available to you that will help you with your career path, that will help you spiritually, as well as help you in terms of your personality and your interests. So in the middle, I've listed Away To and Focus 2. Right now we have Focus 2, but we're going to be gaining a new platform that's called Away To. We are very excited about this. It's going to also help you with, well, maybe different regions or areas that you want to work in and what their salaries are based on. And it's going to give you, it's going to seem a little bit like Myers-Briggs if you're familiar with Myers-Briggs, but it's going to talk more about your interests, what you value, what you even do in your leisure time. So we have Focus 2 right now. We're going to be gaining Away To. So for a while, we'll have both of these, but then we'll just have Away To. But we want to make sure we help you identify your path, your passion, your purpose, and your career. So hire a buck. So I don't know if we have any parents on or if they have jumped on, but for our students, you can also let your parents know that we want employers to hashtag hire a buck. How do we do this? We invite them on campus for information sessions. We want them to know that you all are qualified students, you're educated, you're ready to work, you have integrity, there are things that you value. You have learned a lot from your education when you matriculate through Charleston Southern University. And we want them to do these information sessions with you, whether they are virtually or on campus. We do what's called lunch and learns. So maybe you're having lunch at a particular time on campus. We want you to, don't feel like you have to, take away your lunch time, but bring your lunch to that meeting and come and learn what, for example, BMW did this session. So you can come and learn what BMW is all about. We even had a company that came from New York on site, IQ company. They came and they did a lunch and learn session. So we are inviting companies from Charleston all the way to New York, anyone that's going to be in the Charleston area during that time frame and they want to come and meet with our students, we are inviting them. Workshops, we host workshops. Some of these workshops are done with the employer and some of them are just done by your Career Center staff. We want to make sure that you know how to update your resume, how to prepare for an interview. Recruiter visits, I talked a little bit about that earlier. We invite recruiters on campus all the time. And again, career fairs and expos. So these are just some additional ways in which employers are connecting to the Career Center so that they can meet all of you and talk about what are the great things you all are doing and how you can become a member of their team. So this was a picture taken from one of our fashion shows that we did. I think this was the year before last, because a few of these ladies and gentlemen have graduated. So I like this picture of our students. Maybe one day it will be your picture we are showcasing, but I wanted you to have the information on how to contact us, and this information will also be available later. We are open Monday through Thursday, well, Monday through Friday, but Monday through Thursday, 8 to 5, and on Fridays, 8 to 3. Only because of our computer lab, we want to make sure that you have time to finish whatever assignment you need to finish before we do close. So our doors are open to 5 o'clock. Before the computer lab purposes, we want to make sure that you have time to finish. So, but do set an appointment with us. You can drop in, you can walk in and meet with us. We do ask that you sign in when you come and meet with a member of the Career Center team. And if you need appointments after hours, those appointments are available as well. There are several days in which we are available to stay after 5 o'clock to meet with you. And of course, we are on the website. That's our information there. And then you can search for jobs and internships through our Buck Career Network. Once you have a student ID and an email for CSU. So any questions? I know that was a lot of information. I hope you're still excited. I'm excited to hopefully meet all of you soon.
Nina, I think you did such a great job. I can't even think of any questions.
Okay, all right. I know that was a lot.
No, it was so good. Can you maybe mention, so you talked about a little bit about internships, kind of talk through the requirements for internships at CSU and like maybe mention some of the places that our current students are at?
Okay, so one of the places I mentioned earlier was Northwestern Mutual, so for finance or business students. So I know we have psychology on the webinar. So for Nathan, we've had places that our students have worked at. As a matter of fact, actually one of our work study students did his internship through he was majoring in psychology, and he actually ended up getting hired from the company. So there's a story there to let you know that you can start off doing your internship there, and then you may get hired. And I'm sorry, the name of the company is leaving me right now, but I'll come back to it. So, but they attended one of our events on campus. He was working with the Career Center. He also attended the event, and we reached out to the employer to obtain more information about them doing their internship there. And I feel bad that I can't think of the name of where he's working at. But one of our newest psychology employers who will be doing internships is also Carolina Youth Development Center. And we have an alum that's working there, and one of our professors have already reached out to them, and that will be a new site for our students. So to give you an idea. For our nursing students, a lot of their clinical experience hours are done through the nursing department. So they have the opportunity to talk with their professors in the nursing department, and they will provide them with a list of places where they will be going. So they will not come see us in the Career Center for that. They normally come meet with us for resume help, cover letter, but our nursing department is very good about making sure they know where they're going to go for their clinical experience. For general internship hours, it's 114 hours. We will be making a requirement starting in the fall that all students will have to complete some type of internship or experiential learning experience. So for my education student that's on the call and my nursing student that's on the call, you already pretty much know where you'll be going. Nursing, hospital, healthcare facility, education to one of our school sites. So again, with our education students, your professors will meet with you and they will let you know when you will be going out for your practicum, your experience as well. But for everyone else, we want to make sure that you are getting your internship hours in, and that is very doable within a semester. We have some students that do fall internships, spring, and some also elect to do internships during the summer. Some students decide to go back home and do internships. So we have so many different types of internship opportunities. Chick-fil-A is one of our internship sites. So if there's an internship site and you're not sure of, definitely come and meet with us, meet with your professors, meet with your advisors. If they are not an internship site yet, I'm pretty positive that we can get them on the list and have them be an internship site. Of course, it's always up to that location. They may decide, well, we're not taking internships in the fall, we only take them in the spring, or they may decide for maybe budgetary reasons that they cannot take an intern. However, we will definitely do our due diligence and keep looking for you. Also, keep in mind that there are some internship sites that do pay. So that's great news. But there are also a few that do not pay. And we leave that up to the student, and we want you to decide on what's important to you. Is it the experience or is it the salary? If you have another job or a part-time job, whether it's on campus or not, you may decide, okay, well, I can do my internship right after my classes. Or if my schedule is a little bit lighter that semester, but then I still may want to work on the weekends. So you may be inclined to take an internship that does not offer a set salary.
Thank you.
Does that help answer that question?
Absolutely, yes. And Nathan did comment back and he said that he doesn't have any questions, but it is good to know how involved y'all are in helping graduates look for jobs and help them find what they want to do. Yeah, I completely agree. The Career Center is a wonderful place, a great resource for our students, and they do a tremendous job of helping our graduates find jobs.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Any additional questions? Well, I will also provide you with my contact information again. If you need to reach out to me, there's my email there. If you think of any questions or if you're wondering if we have contacts with a particular company for internships or job opportunities, please let me know. And as I stated earlier, we should have an internship coordinator in place probably within the next few weeks or month or so. I believe they've already made the hiring decision on that person, and they're already actually on campus. So, well, virtually right now. So if there's a question I cannot answer, I will direct you to the appropriate contact. We also have a person who is helping out in the interim, and that's Dr. Christy Winchester. So if I can't answer any questions you have, I can direct you to Dr. Christy Winchester, and she can help answer those questions as well. Well, thank you all for tuning in and spending this time with me. Please be safe. Enjoy your time at home, but I know you got work to do as well. So, but definitely reach out to myself or Brittany if you have any questions. We are here to assist you and hope to see you all soon. Thanks.
Thank you. Have a good day.
You too. Bye.